Hello and welcome to this short lesson on the tune Shepherd's Hay. I'm going to play it on this G-C Melodeon in the keys of G and C. First of all in the key of G, so we're going to be on this outside row, which is the G row on a G-C Melodeon. We're going to be in position home. This is a third button start instrument, so fingers 1, 2 and 3 I'm going to be on buttons 3, 4 and 5 because button 3 on the push is the note G. Only using those 3 buttons, and as far as the left hand is concerned, 2 chords, G, which is these top 2 buttons on the push, and the same 2 buttons on the pull are going to give me D. Let's just play the tune through for you. So the G row is the lower of the 2 rows, lower pitched. In the first bar, you're starting on the note B, which is this note here, button 4 on the third button start, and finger 2. So I'm going to play that note on the push, and without repressing the button, I'm just going to pull out to sound the C, the next note. Button below gives me the D, finger 3, and I return to that first note, the B. Those first 4 notes are quavers, so I'm counting 1 and 2 and. And then I'm going to play that same button and pull 2 crotchets for the 2 C notes. So the counting in that first bar is 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And the bass line, G bass, G chord, D bass, D chord. So, and you can see the dagger underneath the second note, meaning that I'm suggesting you just ride the button. You could ride the button there from the B to the C there, but I think it's probably better to replay the button. Like that. In the second bar, same start, same first 4 notes, and then we drop to this note here, which is the A, button 3, on the pull, finger 1. Bass hasn't changed, it's G bass, G chord, D bass, D chord. So same 2 buttons. And then in bar 3, again you start off with that B, C, D, B pattern. You go to the C on the pull, and then you go to the B on the push, same button, and then pull out again for the C. So in notes it's B, C, D, B, C, B, C. Not the same bass line this time. This time we've got G bass, G chord, D bass, but then G chord again. And then the 4th bar, all on the push, 2 Ds, crotchets, and then the lowest note, G, it's the root note of this row, and it's under 2 ledger lines on the stave there. It's the space underneath the 2 ledger lines underneath the stave. It's a minim, held for 2 beats. So it comes in on beat 3 and lasts for beats 3 and 4. So let's play those first 4 bars. Remembering not to let the bellows droop, make sure you pull and push properly. And then the next few bars, much the same. The only difference is the last bar. So bars 5, 6, 7, same as 1, 2, 3. And bar 8, similar to bar 4, except for the ending. Because instead of hanging onto that bottom G for 2 beats, you only hold it for 1.5 beats, and the last quaver of the bar is the same button but on the pull to give you the A. And make sure the bass is lifted at that point. So that's the A part. B part. So the B part, bar 9, page 2, you've got 2 notes on the push, a B and a G, fingers 2 and 1, and 2 notes on the pull, fingers 2 and 1. So same 2 buttons, but not the same timing, because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and that dotted crotchet comes in on beat 3, lasts for the whole of beat 3 and half of beat 4, like that. And then in bar 10, the bass is the same as it was in bar 9, G bass, G chord, D bass, D chord. There's only 2 chords in the whole tune. And you have the B and the G like you had in bar 9. This time a note of A, same buttons you played previously, and held for a minim. So those 2 bars. And then of course this bit, exactly the same as bars 7 and 8. And then bars 13 and 14, same as 9 and 10. And then 15 and 16, same as 3 and 4. So it's a very simple tune. Now the lovely thing about this, of course, is once you've learnt it in the key of G, all you've got to do is move over. Remember, we're in the key of G here on this G, C Melodeon. If I move over to the C row, that's the inside row, play exactly the same buttons, numerically anyway, and just change my bass line to the bottom 2 buttons on that outside row. So I've now got C and G. So I'm going to play exactly the same buttons, but it will change the key into the key of C. So that's really handy, isn't it? It's exactly the same tune, just transposed into a different key. So same buttons. Again, only 2 chords in the whole thing. This time C and G, and it's on these 2 buttons. So if you had a D, G Melodeon, you could play it in the keys of D and G. If you had a B flat, E flat Melodeon, you could play it in the keys of B flat and E flat, just playing those same buttons. Just remember that if you've got a 4th button start, just to drop your tune down 1 button a piece. So it's a cracking little tune this. I first learnt this from John Kirkpatrick's Fine DVD. I learnt to play it on the 1 row. So of course you could do it on the 1 row, but if you've got a 2 row Melodeon, of course, you can play it in 2 keys on the same instrument. I provided music for this Melodeon in the keys of G and C, so you can download those and print those out. But of course, you know, if you want it on a D, G Melodeon, of course, just transpose it, just play the same buttons, and you've got it in the keys of that particular instrument. Anyway, that's the end of this lesson, and I hope you enjoyed it.